to AI TV and our episode 2. Our objective for this video is to focus on our Patreon page, where the money's going to go, the incentives, our goals, as well as touch a little bit on 2 ongoing titles that will also be a part of our Patreon feed, at first exclusively for our Patreons, and then will eventually trickle onto our webpage, agromania.weebly.com, where we'll begin to focus a little bit more on the inside of this world, the artists that come with, and I'll touch on that a lot more at the end of the video. For now, I'd like to focus on where is all of the money going. Out of the $180 goal for each of our pages, 60 of those dollars will go towards our penciler, 60 going towards our inker, 35 going towards our colorist, and the last 25 will hopefully be enough to save for processing fees, shipping and handling, as well as put a little money away into the studio to afford future pages, or variant covers, or possibly even upgrade our Weebly or other hardware, which we really need. But all of that will truly decide on you, our Patreons. And without really missing a beat, I'm just going to go right into our levels. Most people go with tiers. I've decided to go with levels. As a gamer and someone trying to break into the gaming industry, I just feel like it works, so I'm going to do it. So again, these incentives will evolve over time. Some of them have already changed quite a bit from my original go at this. The last couple of weeks have been interesting and has allowed me to edit and fashion things to where I think we're starting off at a decent rate. Not too fast, but not too slow. Not too big, but not too small either. Still focusing on 3 initial titles, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Our incentives for now are as follows. Our level 1 will get you access to the basics. All of our levels will get you access to these basics. And by basics, I mean a thank you that will go up on our webpage. We'll make a little memoriam page. It will include everyone's name who ever donates to us or supports the studio in a fashion that helps us get a little further ahead. So that will exist, as well as you getting access to our Patreon feed, which will include, but not be limited to, concept art, step-by-step, how they're doing cover art, some insight into us, the other members of the studio, other studios, other titles, our own titles, little preview comics, whatever else we can cook up and provide for our Patreon feed and to keep you all coming back for more. Our next level, our level 2, will get you access to the basics, like all of our tiers. Probably stop repeating that, but I've been practicing this for a while and still getting used to the whole talking to you guys and gals here on Patreon and or the YouTubes, which is also another place we'll be promoting a lot of the other content, as well as there's Patreon. Our level 2 is going to get you, as right along with the basics, access to our blooper reels, tutorials, a little bit more in depth. We're hoping eventually we can expand into animated tutorials. There's also going to be an e-zine that I'm cooking up. It'll be 20 to 30 pages a month. It will feature a lot of what our Patreon feed features, but also more spotlights on other artists, more background info on us, our characters. So it'll be neat. Our next level is going to get you access. Sorry, I've changed these so many times recently that I have to look at the screen a little bit. Sorry. This is going to get you access, and this is a limited tier. It's just something that we kind of cooked up, and we're hoping to get a little bit of buzz with it, as well as provide further content on our DeviantArt and possibly other tiny little printed books in the future. But anywho, this is a digital sketch. This will be done by either myself or Nicole Frame. This will feature a creature or anomaly from our title Knuckle Draggers, or its side story, The Garden of Forever, which I will go more into in this video. It will be either of one of those creatures or maybe a hybrid animal creature that you would like to see us draw. There'll be some examples on the Patreon feed as well as on the website. There's some examples up on the Instagram now. Links will be below. And that's almost it with that one. What we also plan to offer with this digital sketch, you'll get it, get to do whatever you want with it, but we'll also be putting it on our DeviantArt, where we'll be able to plug your name or links to your DeviantArt or whatever you might be doing and would like us to promote. And that print will be available for purchase on DeviantArt, as well as eventually go into this little sketch card book idea that I have. That's enough about level 3. Level 3.5 is another little incentive that I cooked up last night. This will get you access to one of our 3 initial webcomics in a complete PDF issue. This will be full-colored, lettered the works, and you'll get this before anyone else gets access to a PDF of these stories. And again, that will be a title of your choice. And moving on to level 4, this is going to get you access to all the basics, probably a little bit more in-depth digital content, and also it's going to get you 3 out of however many, let's say 5, of our initial titles in their complete PDF package. And you'll receive that as soon as they're done. Again, this may take a little bit of time. We're hoping a few months at the most, hoping sooner at the best, but bear with us. We will keep you updated here on YouTube, on our website, and this will also get you access to a 15 to 30 minute conversation with me on Skype. Eventually this may open up to other things, like maybe us gaming together, or other possibilities depending on what you're up to or what you're interested in. But essentially this is a chance for us to share our ambitions as a studio with you, and hopefully learn a little bit about you, our Patreons, and push this thing even harder and further. Level 5 is going to get you access to, again, the same content you've heard of so far. It's also going to get you a 30 to 60 minute Skype session with me, and your very own t-shirt, handcrafted by us. This will be our experimentation with the silkscreen kit. We've got some plain white tees we're going to start off with. Right now we're getting more logo designs going for the other 2 titles that we're bringing in, but right now we have the 3. They will most likely be in red lettering on these white shirts, and you also have the option of the studio logo as a design. And samples will be up here soon, so stay tuned for that. Level 6. This is going to get you access to the basics again. Sorry, I keep repeating that. Just want to be really sure. This will also get you your very own original piece of black and white, most likely an ink sketch or just a pencil sketch from one of our artists, your choice of title, and this will be framed and signed and mailed to you along with anything else we might be able to fit into the box. We've got a couple of short stories, a prose illustrated story, and some other pretty neat stuff that we can hopefully cook up and send in the mail to you. Level 7. This, it's going to get you access to all the basics, the lower level tiers. You'll still get the three PDFs. You won't get access to a t-shirt. Sadly, they're limited at the moment, but eventually we'll be able to expand, maybe even dive into some graphic tees, etc. But this incentive will be for those of you interested in promoting along with us by purchasing pretty much an ad space This is limited to 8, and this, usually we try to go for comic book shops or other studios and artists out there trying to do what we're doing, but this is pretty much open to anybody who wants to promote with us and could possibly even open up other opportunities for us to collaborate together. And moving on to our last level for the moment, this is a big jump, but at the same time this is also an investment for you to get some original art. This is a painted landscape that will be done either by Leroy Lopez, possibly Nicole Frame, and I've got a few other artists interested in jumping into this. Your choice of landscape is from our titles. We have a few post-apocalyptic, so there's that, and also a couple of pretty cool alien sci-fi worlds that we're working with, so it'll be pretty neat. And that's it for the levels right now. Those are the incentives that we're offering. Again, they're going to evolve. We're going to get more stuff. I've already been talking to other artists trying to do variant cover art with us, some sculptures, maybe even some other collectibles in the work. But before I let you go, I want to touch a little bit on the 2 additional titles that we'll be bringing into Agromania Ink. First off is The Garden of Forever. It is a tie-in to Knuckle Draggers and features some of the anomalous inmates that exist within this pocket dimension, this prison that the Knuckle Draggers safeguard. And here there's a lot of unsafe, anomalous technology and a lot of experimental technology being pushed, especially going into other realms, realities, exploring space further, and other dangerous tech. And these inmates are a lot of time used as guinea pigs in this place, and we'll follow their misadventures, get to know them a lot more. And art for this series will be coming from the one and only Odd of the Bud comic. I'm pretty stoked about this. He's a pretty awesome guy that's already doing a lot of great concept art for this crazy sandbox we're playing in. So stay tuned for more details for that. The second title that we're focusing on is a steampunk fantasy called Threefold Revolver. It is going to be in a inked or charcoal illustrated prose style comic. So there's going to be a lot of text. The stories are going to probably go a little bit faster than the other comics that we're running, but at the same time, it's a whole new, crazy fantasy world that we're trying to invent. Different types of beings exist on this planet than what most of us are used to. Some of them are plays off of other races that have inspired this fantasy steampunk. The main character's name is Arden, and he is a sort of scribe, archaeologist trying to get, to know history a little bit more. His role in society is pretty much to collect artifacts and study them and unlock mysteries, etc., etc. And he sort of gets worked over and tricked into creating a pact with this spirit, a guardian spirit of the planet, who is tied to this relic gun, and the relic gun tracks these crazy automatons that were built by this force called the Divine, which it's going to be nuts. So a lot of cool characters being cooked up. The artist for that is Stephen Grove. He's a tattoo artist and an old friend of mine. He recently has had a run of some free time and has already started to cook up some concept sketches for this, and is pretty much, we're on the same page, so I'm pretty excited. And again, more details about those stories will end up on our site, agromania.weebly.com. Stay tuned to our DeviantArt, agromaniacs.com, our Instagram, which is just instagram.com/agromania_Inc. I'll put all the links below, but the big important thing here is to spread the word about this Patreon. Give people the link, find some of the links on our website, and even promote those. All the studios we're working with are a lot of great guys and gals that are very passionate about what we're passionate about. And we're all about supporting each other and really pushing this whole thing forward virally. So, I think well, that about does it for me. I'm going to try to update the blog again every Monday. Updates to the site will come Wednesdays and Fridays. This next week is going to be a little sporadic, but I'm going to keep up with it. The week after, I'll have the option to explore some more vlogging, maybe even cover a LARP event. I will keep you updated with the YouTube page as well as the Twitter feed and other things as things progress. So stay tuned. Remember to hashtag support the indies, aspire to inspire, and thanks in advance, or thank you, you're welcome. I don't know what to say here. I don't know how to say goodbye. I miss all of you. Let's do it. Let's do that. Yeah.